Christmas is a holiday full of capitalism and fake joy. Now that I got your attention, I want to talk about a short story that I'm currently working on. So, that line that I opened with is actually the sentiments of one of my characters in the short story that I'm working on. So, it stars two characters, Chris and Bree, and it's kind of like a grumpy and grumpier type story. They're both not really feeling the Christmas season and they have their reasons for feeling that way, but one is more traumatic than the other. So while in the middle of the story, I thought to myself, does there really have to be a reason why someone doesn't like Christmas? Can someone really just not like the holiday just because? Yeah, someone can, period, point blank. Some people just don't like Christmas or don't celebrate it, and they don't have a reason why. They just don't. Now, as a writer, I thought to myself, how can I propel a story with a character who just doesn't like Christmas just because? It felt like there was not any meat on the bone in order for me to get a good chunk of a story. As writers, most of us are striving to make good and interesting stories. So, because of that, I had to change it in the middle of the story because I'm like, okay, what can I really say about somebody just not liking Christmas? Like, is there really there's not much of a backstory to go off of that. So, in my twisted little mind, I decided to give them, or one of the characters, a really interesting and kind of traumatic story of why they don't like Christmas. And then I was able to move forward with the story after that. When I was writing this character, I actually started them out not liking Christmas because of capitalism and, like I said, fake joy or people being fake. And then I said to myself, can I really develop this character from just that? And how do I turn the story into something where she's not ranting about capitalism? Insert trauma. Yes, I gave him a traumatic story, a traumatic reason why she doesn't celebrate Christmas or doesn't care for Christmas. From that reason alone, I was able to develop a whole other background, a whole other plot device. Um, I was able to develop her character more as opposed to, well, she just doesn't like it because of capitalism. As traumatic as the situation is in her background, I was able to write more and give the character more. If I really wanted to, if I really wanted to like push it, I could write more. I could actually write a whole, I would say, novella about it, but this is a short story for an anthology, so I decided not to do it that way. I started thinking about real life and how I've always found people who had a little bit of trauma in their background, who were considered black sheep, who were considered weirdos, freaks, or whatever like that. I always found those people much more interesting than people who were considered perfect or people who were able to just skate through life. Not saying that those people aren't interesting. I'm just saying that those people were less interesting to me than the people who were able to overcome certain things or people who, as I said before, had meat in their story. Those people can usually look back and say, look at what I've been able to overcome. Look how far I've come and how much I appreciate because I was in that certain part of my life. And I guess it's just relatable to me because I kind of see myself as one of those people. I don't know, maybe one day I'll be able to tell stories about normal people and normal characters who just had it all and just go through life floating, but I can't relate, so I don't know when those stories gonna come. I mean, I write horror, of course I can't relate. So in the coming months, I'm going to talk more about the story and I'm going to do a title reveal and everything. So if you want to get more updates on what I'm currently working on or anything that's coming up, like events and whatever, you can go to my website, latrellrmorris.com. So yeah, thank you for watching the video. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.